This is MC Tone from the 757 Spin Number, the truth. Back to y'all with another video. And today, I'm going to talk about a key pivotal matchup for the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs game on Monday Night Football, man. That's a key matchup, especially for the Baltimore Ravens to go against the Super Bowl winners from last year, the Kansas City Chiefs, who look like they're not slowing down. They had to come back. They had to come back to win against the San Diego Chargers with a Justin Herbert who looked really good. Patrick Mahomes had a game that he struggled, which is surprisingly, but that San Diego's secondary is still pretty good even without a Derwin James. But he got it clicking at the end and let a drive to score the game-winning field goal. But this is definitely a key pivotal matchup for the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson and them. You're going to have to go through a Patrick Mahomes to win a Super Bowl, or to get to the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl and represent the AFC. This is the game that you wake up for. Let's see if the Ravens can actually take advantage of this matchup. I do want to see how they do attack a Kansas City secondary that is a little banged up right now, and the D line is a little banged up right now. So it's going to be interesting to see if somebody like a Hollywood Brown, a Miles Boykin, Devin DuVernay, and a Willie Snead take advantage of those opportunities. And shout out to Lamar Jackson too. I've noticed these last these two games that I have been watching, he looks so much comfortable in the pocket. He's gotten so much better in the pocket, not throwing the ball. He has gotten throwing better throwing the ball too, which is even more shocking. He got even better than we did last season. But his comfortability in the pocket, and I think he's starting to read defenses better, and that's what you want to see in his quarterback development. So it's still shocking to me that during the draft, people could not look at the developmental side, especially him being one of the youngest quarterbacks taken in the draft, that they didn't look at how he could develop as a pocket thrower, and he's throwing lasers out there, man. Still takes a couple of shots that kind of scares me, but he's definitely improved. This team looks humble. It looks ready. It looks hungry for a long Super Bowl run. This team reminds me so much of that Seattle team when they had the Legion of Boom. I don't know if their defense is as good as the Legion of Boom, but the Baltimore Ravens' defense is still rocking. Patrick McQueen, whoa. He's great. He's done great. He's made a couple mistakes these last two games, but as a rookie to have a sack, a forced fumble, and he has like 12, 14 tackles, he's done pretty good. He's definitely what's been advertised for the Ravens to pick him at 28. He's been definitely doing pretty good. And the Baltimore Ravens, this is the deepest team in football right now. D line is pretty stacked still, except for a few injuries to the rookie defensive tackle. Of course, you let go Earl Thomas, but at the end of the day, this secondary is still, like I said, it's still pretty good, still pretty strong. Really has few holes into it. I think during the first game, I think the Browns ran on them, which was a little shocking that they gave up so many rushing yards the first game of the season. But I think it was, like I said, it was the first game of the season, so it was really hard for them to get it to play as a unit, because defense, if you haven't played together for a while, it's hard to get that familiarity and unity that you need to play those positions on defense. Now, to the Kansas City Chiefs, man. The first game, it looked pretty good. The offense looked pretty stacked. It looked pretty great. The second game of the season, to me, it was going against a better defensive team than Houston is. And I think there was definitely some holes in their offense that they exploited. Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't throwing it out there. He went like 8 for 15 at one point, but he got it together, scored and driving overtime. This team, to me, can they keep focused? Can they not let the Super Bowl hangover, even though they won it, get to them, and let the pressure of winning a next Super Bowl overwhelm them? But this is definitely a key matchup for them too, because this Baltimore Ravens team is hungry, and they're looking to knock y'all out early to make their stake at the AFC. So it's going to be very interesting what they really do. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He's going to struggle, But like I said, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes against this Baltimore secondary. That's going to be really interesting. Marlon Humphrey's going to have a big game, and Patrick, excuse me, not Patrick Peterson, but Marcus Peters. He's played for Kansas City, so he's going to be looking for a little bit of revenge. So it's going to be very interesting what this team goes. I think it go either way. I do have, for some reason, I'm going to pull with Baltimore in this game. I think Kansas City, they're still pretty good, but I think Baltimore is going to look to prove a point early on the season that they're that team. And they're going to try to knock them out. So it's going to be very interesting. Share your thoughts, comments, like, subscribe. What you think about the Baltimore Ravens Kansas City Chiefs matchup? That's pretty the two teams that everybody got seeing in the AFC Championship game. It's going to be a fight this year. Watch out for the Steelers, man. The Steelers are looking pretty good, but and let's see how the season progresses with them. There's a few sleeper teams. Tennessee, of course. Tennessee started off too. They're hot. It's going to be very interesting for a lot of these teams. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Tone out. Thank you.